It's football. It's great to have a little cold weather. It's just tough on the fans. The kids want to play, and we've got turf, so other than lightning, we should be able to go.
Yeah, just a little rain, no big deal. On Friday night, it's Edinburgh North. They got to have their game as opposed to what we saw at Lake Bogus Stadium on Friday night, and the Cougars took advantage of it. Now, the Hawks did get first blood when Sean Montemayor launched this bomb to Grant Preciado for a 63-yard touchdown. It was 7-0 South, but the Cougars did all their damage on the ground. Watch Adrian Alvarez here with some nifty moves here, breaks a couple of tackles, and gets the 41, he's not done yet. Going to make another couple moves. 41-yard gain to get inside the red zone, and Alvarez would finish off the drive to tie it up at 7. And in the second quarter, North started to pull away. Alex Guerrero, the read option, he liked that read, bounced it out right, took off on a 37-yard dash, and from there, Matt Whitesides would not be denied within the red zone. North took the lead. They would not relinquish it. They win 39-14 and set up a third-round rematch with 7th-ranked Cibolo Steel. Take a look. 7 o'clock Friday, Cabinet Field in South Corpus Christi. Edinburgh North and Steel again. On the other side of the bracket, it's San Antonio Johnson's Jaguars versus Laredo Alexander's Bulldogs, and that one also Friday night. That's the second half of the Buccaneer Stadium doubleheader on Friday for that one. But let's talk about Edinburgh North, guys, and Todd, what the Alvarez-Whitesides duo can do to a defense when they are both healthy, it's almost too much for any defense to handle.
Yeah, you saw it on Friday night. They didn't have Alvarez against Sherryland, which might have hurt them a little bit, but a lot of the season maybe Whitesides was kind of they didn't have a number one guy, but Whitesides was maybe a little bit ahead, and then Alvarez had his best game of the season, definitely against South. So when those two are in there, you saw what happens.
442 yards, 5 touchdowns on the ground, Joe. That's punishment.
Oh, and it is punishing. That's what I like when they're both in the ball game, is because whoever's not carrying the ball is the lead blocker, and both are very willing to go out there and lay a big hit on somebody. So one way or another, the defense is going to take some punishment over and over and over. A big line, and then 2 backs coming at you. When they're both healthy, that's the best Edinburgh North is.
Meanwhile, Edinburgh North's defense able to do some big things against Harlingen South, an offense that was looking really good. But take a look at what the defense was able to do. But now the big question is, Todd, how good is this Edinburgh North defense against a team like Cibolo Steel and a running back like Justin Stockton, who's getting ready to head to Texas Tech?
I think they're going to be able to. It's not going to be like 100-0. I mean, they're going to be able to. They only gave up, I think, 38 points or 35 points last year, so. It could be a little bit better this year, but obviously it's a very difficult game for them to win because of how good Steel is. But, I think they should be able to slow down Steel a little bit. This defense is really good, but beating Steel is, I don't know if anybody outside of maybe a Dallas team can do that.
38-0 was the final last year. Yeah, 38-0. That Steel scored very, very late, or it would have been 31-0. Joe, Justin Stockton averages 15 yards per carry.
Yeah, 15 yards per carry. Well, I said it last year when they lost to Steel that at the end of the first quarter, it was a scoreless ball game. And I said it then. I said, if you can put whatever you did in the first quarter together for 3 more quarters, then you got something going. But against a guy like that, it's the contain, and then he breaks one for 80, and then he breaks one for 70, and before you know it, it's 14-0, and you're not going to play catch-up against that defense.
Yeah, exactly. There's Stockton right there, as a matter of fact, from last year. All right, well, let's come back on Sunday Sports Extra. Let's talk a bit about the surprises and what we saw over the weekend, specifically Los Fresnos against Laredo United, a lot closer than anybody thought. And what about Rio's big comeback yesterday? We'll talk about it all when we come back.